Oh, speak, bitch. Come on now.
Don't fuck with me right now.
Hello, pretzels, and welcome back to the tripod. That's right, your boys are back. It's gonna be a shorter episode because there was no impact. And for Dynatrash this week, I just wanted to talk about, I'm gonna talk about Osprey versus Ricochet. I mean, it's kind of what you've seen before in their match that they posted on YouTube and it blew up and changed everything. It was very, what you would expect. Flippy Dippies, choreographed everything. And of course there was no result because it ends with Takeshita interrupting it. And now is a triple threat match for the international championship at Wrestle Dream. Uh yeah, it was I, I don't know, maybe I'm jaded on Osprey and Ricochet's Flippy Dippies. And it's been done so much since then that I was just like, okay, yeah, that's what I would expect. But I don't know if you guys have a different take on it. Caesar, what did you think?
You would beat your meat if this was Ray Phoenix versus somebody and they did the exact same shit. But because you dislike Ricochet's promos like we all do,
No.
and they overbook Will Ospreay, let's be real, because they why would you not?
No, 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 no. The stuff that Osprey and Ricochet were doing has been
Oh
done
well, yeah, the
in a
reversals and the
time.
reverse. I get it. Yeah, the
Ray Phoenix actually wows me because he does innovative shit, whereas Ricochet and Osprey, like we've seen it,
No,
so
because he
many
does no,
times.
because he doesn't get injured on his way to the ring, so then he's able to finish a match.
Yeah,
well, no, Ray Phoenix gets fucked up in the middle of the match. He's just a real man. He finishes that match that he gets fucked up on because he usually gets fucked up innovating. Well, not innovating, but doing those full 150 speed mile an hour dives. Because every match has got to have 8 dive minimum. It's like a titty bar where you got a 3 drink minimum. You gotta keep buying. And so if you stop doing that, he can still do everything else in the ring. It'd be great. Can't wait to see them niggas next year. Yeah, all right. A lot of it, yeah, because this time instead of Ricochet doing the Hurricane Rana landing on his feet spot, Will Osprey did the Hurricane Rana land on your feet spot. I know exactly why you hated it because Will Osprey literally pandered to the crowd way much more in this match than he did in any other match with Ricochet. And at least when he did it the 4th time, I was just like, why didn't Ricochet just hit this nigga? And then he finally did. And I was like, oh, okay. All right. All right. There's something new. But like, why are you standing with your back to your opponent after something crazy happened? Like, I'd have kicked the nigga in the dick. It was the cheat ref in there. He don't care. It's the Bucks ref. He don't give a fuck.
now
The only thing that ruined it for me. Sorry to cut you off. Another thing ruined to me was if Takeshita was just gonna come in there and beat them up anyway. He should have just done it when they had the double pin when they were both down. There's no reason for them to get back up, look at each other, look at the ref, and then restart the match just to DQ the match. You know what I'm saying? And you should have just left it as a draw. And then he just runs out there while they're still kind of down, discombobulated, and beat the shit out of both of them. To me, that would have been a better finish. Okay, yeah, they fucked each other up. It's a draw. This is going to lead to another match. I'm fine with that. But I feel like they think that's too WWE. But restarting the match and then having them wrestle for like 2 minutes and then getting DQ'd, which is like the same result again. Stupid. To me, that's stupid.
Yeah, I didn't hate it. It's just, like I said, I've seen it all before. And then when Ricochet was first released, everyone was like, "Oh, he's going to AEW. He's gonna face Will Ospreay. I can't wait for this. I can't." And all the AEW marks were, wringing their hands, like, "Yes, I can't wait," foaming at the mouth. And then it happened. They're like, "All right." And then I'm watching. I'm like, "Uh-huh, we've seen that, seen that, seen that." But Sticks, now that it's clear, that they want this to be a pay-per-view match. They throw Takesha in. Perhaps at Wrestle Dream, we're going to see something that's going to blow our balls off. Perhaps. I don't know. But Sticks, what'd you think of this Ospreay and Ricochet rerun?
I would just say I was just glad it wasn't a time limit draw. I mean, we've seen AEW run that into the ground so many times with either championship matches or important matches. I mean, I was wondering where they were going with this. Like, it's like, so you're going to do this on free TV? Is like, this is something that you would hold off on for like a pay-per-view, and then they did the draw. Like Cesar said, I would have just rather had Take Shit show up as they're both out there looking at the ref, be like, let's run this back. You know, they're both doing the hand gesture. I would have just had Take Shit around there, nail both of them before the match even happened, because you got your outcome that you wanted. You got a draw. Okay, now we got to follow this up. Well, then you had the draw, you started the match again, and then you had him come in and he hit Ospreay. So technically, Ospreay won. So, I mean, you can put the asterisk of, well, you know, you lost, he won via disqualification. That's fine, but you could have stopped it and had it just be even Steven. Like the record, I think they said Ospreay was up like 5-4 going into that match or something like that. I don't know. But you could have kept it as that. And you would have had a draw, and then you could have did this still. But then now if you want to go by the records, like what the AEW did in the beginning when they were talking about this bullshit, like he's up like 2 dubs now on him. So do you have Ricochet win sometime? Like he's got to maybe somehow at least collect a dub or two to at least even this out. So that way when you do another Ospreay Ricochet match, you can say, well, he's either 1 loss behind or we're all even, because they're going to run this for a while. Like as soon as they brought Ricochet in.
You said they're 5-4, so they've faced each other 9 times.
Yeah.
1-on-1.
Yeah.
So the triple
Excalibur said that shit.
So the triple threat match at Wrestle Dream, whoever wins, does that count or no? That doesn't count on their record.
And I don't think it would count because it's a triple threat, not 1-1.
But also now he should be technically up 6-4 because he got attacked and he won.
Ospreay did get attacked first while the match continued, so technically, he's up.
Yeah, so I mean, if AEW sticks to their standards that they did 5 years ago on the 5-year anniversary when they first came out, when they talked about records matter, he's up 2 dubs up on Ricochet. So he could just be like, bruv, I've got 2 dubs. I'm up 2 dubs on you. Why should I face you again? But I mean,
well, Sticks, I'm looking at my notes here, and like I said, Wednesday night was a different world to me, and I know there's something you want to talk about, so I'm gonna give it to you. What else happened on the 5-year anniversary show?
Well, gentlemen, we had Hangman Page. He was on a hang page and attacked the Collision Cowboys, the Gun Boys backstage. He had a match against Juice Robinson. You know, it was a nice back and forth. We had
if I could interrupt right quick, he was dangerously close to fucking hitting Renee. Okay, with that first chair swing, Gun could have fell into her. Okay, Renee just out here living her best life, married to a fucking attempted murderer. Okay, put a fucking bag over a nigga's head and wrapped it tight. Okay, trying to raise herself a kid, trying to use this nigga's money. I ain't mad at that girl. Get your hustle on. But she working too. She working. She get a check. Okay, but we know that nigga make more. You know, I can't help society. Okay, patriarchy. Christian Cage. Look it up. Anyway, she just looking fine and shit. And this nigga, I'm gonna apologize for all Virginians, drunk Virginians, that like to swing chairs and hit crackers, especially as douchey as the club. There's only one rule. You know, don't hurt the woman, especially the fine woman. I mean, if she was a 2, like Willow Nightingale, that big bitch can take a chair to the head. That's fine. That's fine. She a big bitch. Okay, she eat that shit. She deals with kids. Okay, I know she got rage like the Hulk in there, so she can eat that shit. But not the fine woman. You let the fine woman be. Okay, Renee is an intellect. She is not a fighter. Sorry, Sticks. Continue with your glorious story that it was entertaining to me. Sorry.
No, so we had that backstage, like Cesar said. Renee about caught a chair. She about caught she about caught some violent action backstage. She didn't need to get. I mean, this woman is a author. You know, she put out cookbooks. She's out here feeding the world. And
The
she about
Lord's
caught some action backstage that she didn't need to get. So this leads us into a match that we had seen that kind of led to that we had some action before that led us to this from a lumberjack match from I believe a Saturday show that we talk about a little bit more than Wednesday nights. So we had a Hangman Page and a young Juice Robinson, and we had an action in that. And Hangman, you know, was able to pull the ref in and was able to kick him in the dick, which allowed him to hit the buckshot and collect that dub. And you got a dub, just go on out. You know, go on. You got the winner's purse. You got the W. Go on. But no, what does this guy do? He takes his belt off, and he proceeds to put around Juice Robinson's neck, and he's going to hang this man. And you were all wondering who's going to come save him. The guns were taken out backstage. Who's going to come save him? And then you hear it. And everybody goes wild. We hear the switchblade music. And we're all waiting for him up on the stage. But what does he do? No, he doesn't come from the stage. He comes through the crowd. He attacks Hangman. And as he's attacking Hangman, Hangman runs out. And what does young Jay White do? He first checks on his fellow Bang Bang Gang member, make sure he's okay. He's looking at him like, okay, you're okay, okay. And he attacks Hangman Page and the crowd, where we get a good effort. I mean, A for effort on a spear through a table that was set up earlier in the match.
Facts.
So, with that being said, we have Jay White back in AEW. Let's see where we go with the Bang Bang Gang. I mean, he's got to be more focused because the announcer said Hangman was the man that put him on the shelf. So now we know Jay White is back. We going to get Jay White, Hangman Page at Wrestle Dream. I mean, they haven't announced it yet. I imagine we got Title Tuesday coming up. So I imagine they're either going to tease you with that on Tuesday. Maybe we get a little interaction, a little physical altercation on Tuesday that will lead us to another match that'll add to like the 20 match card that'll be Wrestle Dream. I mean, maybe we'll get that. But my highlight was the return of Switchblade Jay White.
Cesar, do you want to comment on that and give us your AEW take of the week?
Yeah, I got a take of the week. But still. Hangman versus Juice. It was a good match. I ain't know if they was gonna, let Juice get some back and forth, but he was looking good. Juice Robinson can wrestle. Great guy. A pretty good match. Yeah, they were setting up tables and chairs and shit earlier. I was just like, is this a hardcore match? Or the ref just don't give shit? I was like, all right, ref being lazy, don't give shit. The niggas fought outside for most of the match. I ain't nothing wrong with it. It was a pretty good match. Yeah, and then old Jay White returned. So I knew Sticks was gonna get off to that one. And I was like, okay, Jay White back. All right, maybe we got something for Hangman to do. Little Jay White, you know what I'm saying? They can cook. I mean, they were just building Wrestle Dream matches like all fucking night. And yeah, I wasn't mad at it. I thought it was good. Yeah, Jay White don't need to spear no niggas. Come on, nigga. You ain't big enough to be hitting that shit. And then you ain't big enough to be hitting that shit on a nigga bigger than you. Come on, son. Come on. Put that shit down. So I actually watched Khalid's Trash this week because I had no TNA to watch, and I was off early on Saturday, so I ended up watching Khalid's Trash. Why is all the niggas on Collision? That shit was dark, and it was 2 hours. Collision 2 hours. That shit was dark. I saw the infantry. I saw them top flight niggas. I think I saw Private Party again. I don't know.
Hey, can sorry to interrupt you. Private Party changed their song.
Again, they everybody putting out tracks. They changed their song again. I don't know what it says. I couldn't hear it. Brian Danielson, I don't care about that nigga. Wish Okada would have broke his fucking neck. I thought Nigel was gonna go help Okada. I mean, fuck it. After 20 minutes was up, we all knew what was gonna happen. Wheeler Yuta's still a bitch. I did. What was the point of Pop? What was the point of Christian and them losing the trios titles, and then 2/3 of the trios champions starting a feud, and not including the other third? What the? So Pop could get his Wembley moment because he didn't get it last year. I don't give a fuck because you from England and you want to wrestle in the biggest stadium in England. I don't give a fuck, nigga. This wrestling. See, that's why Vince. That's why Vince is. See, that's why Vince was needed, not for the raping and shit, because that nigga's crazy. But not giving crackers wins just because they're in their hometown in big matches. All right, how many times we done seen Sasha Botch lose in Massachusetts, Bailey lose in San Jose, hell, Cena lose in Massachusetts, Edge lose in Canada. Hell, watching Mr. McMahon shit on Netflix. Bret Hart lost the title on his last night with the company in his home country. Probably his home, I don't know if they call them states.
If you were in your hometown or it was your birthday, you better
was taking an L
in the back of your head.
You was taking an L. The best place to work for that company on your birthday was a backstage nigga, because The Rock would hand that one bitch $100 bill. He didn't embarrass her. That one black bitch, it was her birthday. He's like, your stomach bubbling, huh? You get up. He's like, just drink some Atlanta. Don't turn it sideways. Drink that shit. Here's $100 on The Rock, and took his bitch ass on home. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you don't wrestle on your birthday. I'd have been like, don't put me on the card, nigga, because I don't feel like taking an L tonight. I'm a strike. Ain't no reason I'm gonna go get slammed around in the ring and lose on my birthday, and then it'd be 11 o'clock.
I'm using a sick day. I'm using a sick day.
And then it's 11 o'clock, and I got 3 hours to travel up the road for the next show. But I'm trying to get a steak dinner, knowing that the steakhouse is closed at 11:30. So they gonna pretty much just put they dick on my shit in the kitchen.
Hey, Cesar, we're in your hometown. Your family's in the crowd. You have to defend your Intercontinental title tonight.
I ain't get them niggas tickets. They paid their hard-earned money. Fuck them. I ain't get them niggas tickets. They ain't call me. My phone's off. I ain't pay my bill. Fuck that. You get the woo woo woo. You call me, nigga, that whole week. We gonna have to leave the state. I don't even care if we had the edge tip of Virginia. I'm leaving the state, nigga, before I wrestle again. I'm gonna be like, damn, this is gonna be an easy one for me, boys. You know what? I ain't even gonna use this plane ticket. I'm gonna just stay home. I'm good. I ain't even getting on the road. Vince is gonna be mad at me. You know what I'm saying? Because you taking that L. But see, this is what happens. This is what happens. So I don't know what they're gonna do. Yeah, and then Wrestle Dream, that's in his home city. And shit. I hope that nigga die. Anyway, Darby Allin on some white boy shit, and now he got to fight the thick neck cracker with no knees. See, I'm glad I be stealing these pay-per-views, because if I got to pay to see that shit, if I would have had to pay to see that shit, I'd have slapped somebody in their goddamn face. All
Sorry,
right,
Sticks.
Yeah, well, no. I mean, let's just wait till 2025, and I mean, they're going to do them discounted on Max. So, I mean, I'm going to be able to buy it off on HBO Max for like $5 cheaper than what I would on Triller TV. So, I mean.
Wait, are they still going to charge you niggas if you have a Max subscription?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're saying they're discounting the pay-per-views. You don't get it for free, but they're going to discount it. So, I'm figuring
this nigga worth billions. What you mean? Why can't I get my fucking Disney Plus, my Max, and my Hulu on Verizon for $15.99 for all three? And then...
And now,
this nigga worth billions of dollars. Okay, his father is about as rich as God on that Arab money, selling oil and ass and shitting on people in fucking Turkestan, wherever the fuck they're from. And then this country bitch who is spending way too much money paying for cars, talent, everything, and then the fans who you want to love and support. That's your bitch ass tweet about every goddamn fucking day. Thank you for what you done. I ain't watch that shit, nigga. I ain't watch that shit on Wednesday. I watched it on fucking Thursday, nigga. When I had some free time, when I didn't feel like beating my meat or playing fucking NCAA football, you country bitch. And then you gonna fucking charge these niggas. Nigga, I gotta pay $9.99 a month just to get fucking Max, and then you gonna discount. I swear to God. I swear to fucking God. Nigga, I will give you 99% fentanyl in your next batch of cocaine. If I see them fucking prices and them, I don't agree with them shits, it's going to be a two-man show, nigga, because I'm going to be in jail. I'm going to be in jail for murder, nigga. I will kill your stupid ass. Nigga, you going to make these niggas pay $9.99 and then pay what? If you tell me this shit over $20, you tell me, I'm going to kick this fucking screen and this is going to be the end of me on this fucking podcast. I swear to fucking Christ, I better not find out what that fucking price is, you country bitch. Okay? You got niggas dying in the ring because you got these fucking weak-ass professionals, no training center. You send these niggas to Japan to get trained. Japan. Hey, look, bitch. Go catch COVID-38 because they eat cats and shit over there, okay? But they going to train you to be better, but I'm signing you to the money. You don't need to go to NXT where there is a performance center that gets you ready for the main show where you can actually sell fuckloads of t-shirts and you can just be a funny ass nigga like R-Truth. No hate to R-Truth. Nigga been wrestling for 38 fucking years, okay? R-Truth been wrestling since 1977. I know that makes him probably like 68, and I said 38, but fuck you, nigga. I don't have to math right now. It is past 10 o'clock on a Monday night, and I've been drinking, okay? And then you gonna have these niggas down for your shit. Where Adam Cole? Where Adam Cole? Adam Cole, nigga been injured for 38 years. Yeah, I said 38 this time. This nigga is banging out Twitch streams to pay his fucking rent because I heard he done broke up with his woman, so he had to buy a new house and start all over. Nigga probably sleeping on a hot cot and a fucking Barker lounger with an 85-inch TV and a PS5 and a computer. And then, this bitch done took the house because she a dentist. She probably rich as shit. You fumbled the bag on that one, nigga. You definitely fumbled the bag. But I digress. I'll talk to you later, Adam Cole. But this nigga killing himself. And then you gonna charge the fans to try to see his crack ass and all these other niggas $9.99 plus? Plus, nigga? Use rich. Use rich. Them first 3 pay-per-views better be free, you piece of shit. You piece of shit. Them first 3. That Full Gear shit better be fucking free, nigga. I swear to God. I swear to God, I'll come down to Florida. I'll find every Florida man, and I'll burn that fucking stadium down so you and your daddy be broke again, nigga, and be out in the streets sucking dick for money, you piece of shit. Fuck this show. Go to NXT. Fuck the show. Go to NXT.
No, we know what's going to happen. We know what's going to happen.
Caesar has no thoughts on the subject.
At worst, they're going to discount that thing in half. Like, those pay-per-views are like $49.99, like 51 something plus tax. You know what's going to happen. It's going to be like 26 something in tax.
That should be $26 if you want to. I'm going to burn this motherfucker down. Okay. Gas is going down, nigga. It's getting cheaper.
It's a good idea.
People finally doing something.
To move on to NXTCW. Cross-eyed Kid out to the ring, unveils new championship belts. Tripp shows up. Are you ready? And we kick things off with the NXT Women's Championship on the line. Roxanne Perez versus Julia. This has a PLE feel to it. How do you start things with a bang? You let the ladies show you how it's done. Julia headbutting the highlights out of Roxanne's hair. This is the Julia I've been waiting to see. No warning commercial breaks, I noticed. What the fuck? They skipped the whole ending of the match. Roxanne tried to cheat, then ref distracted. Second pop rocks. Roxanne retains. No Stephanie Vakir stare down. Remember, I'm taking these notes in real time. This actually happened. I had no idea what actually happened. It's later on in my notes.
Wait. You didn't see what happened?
The street fight we had. I know what happens, but hold on, Caesar.
Yeah, but
street fight was next. It was
get off that Sling TV.
Velveeta versus Wesley. I hope the rest of the night's matches aren't ruined by rogue commercial breaks. Spoiler alert, they were. Brothers hit harder. Yeah, they beating the shit out of each other. Book calls Wesley Trey Miguel. So racist. Zach is very innovative. I love the moveset he has. Wes launched Zach out of the ring to go through table, but he slid off. Dick Kicker Jones followed by a chain wrapped Meteora, and Wesley wins the street fight. Sticks, we're going to talk about the NXT Women's Championship match. You can go ahead and say everything that happened, and then the street fight with Zach versus Wes.
Yeah, we got Trips and HBK out there. Nice little nostalgia act. I mean, I didn't mind it. I didn't know if Trips was going to be there, and cuts off Shawn Michaels. That was a great thing. Championship belts, they look great. They look fresh. Like Sean said, we're on a new network, so guess what we got to do? We got to get out new championships. Now, maybe if you could freshen up that North American Championship for the men, that'd be nice too. But hey, I understand. Times are tough. So we gotta focus on the most important things. Women's Championship match, great match. Like you said, this was a PLE match. The hype that was going into this. Julia's entrance, we had talked about it. Everything's great. Roxanne still plays the heel good, playing up the crowd, all that stuff. Match was great. Roxanne shows why for the last year plus she's been carrying that women's division. Now we're starting to get some women back. They're injecting some women from other promotions, and some are coming back from injury. Great match going into it. I mean, Roxanne hit the first pop rocks, and Julia had the presence of mind to roll out. Julia looks like she's starting to get her offense and her moves Americanized, so they're not as hard hitting as what you would see over in overseas. And then we had like you said, your Sling TV graciously, nicely didn't show you what had happened.
I think it was CW. I think it's
CW. It was Sling TV because I saw it.
Yeah, it was Sling TV.
No, I was watching. No, it wasn't on Sling TV. It was on regular TV. I had to do the rabbit ears antenna TV for this. It just abruptly went to commercial break and then fucked up. Came back, like I said, the ending was already over.
That was on you. I watched the YouTube TV DVR and it showed everything.
It showed everything.
There's a West Coast.
It showed Roxanne with the ref.
It might have been.
It showed Roxanne grab the championship belt, the ref with her, and you see somebody running down the ramp, running down the way, ends up hitting a double arm DDT, which is like, okay, I know one chick that does that. Let's just wait and see. Rolled her in the ring. Roxanne hit that second pop rocks, picked up the dub. Then we see the chick with the hoodie, and then we see the breasticles coming out first, and then we see the pink highlight in the hair, and it was Cesar Damas called it last Sunday. He did. Cora Jade returned.
Big titty Cora Jade.
Oh yeah. The world is all set right. We got the globe is revolving around two nicely fashioned globes that's back at NXT.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it was a good opener. Julia was able to pick up a loss, but it was able to allow Roxanne to pick up the dub. Now maybe we're gonna get Cora and Roxanne back together. I mean, we see the IG posts; they're still out there thoughting together every once in a while. So now
they've been thoughting a lot recently together on TikTok, especially on Cora Jade's page.
Like Cesar said, they're still out there thoughting on all the social medias. This allows you to be able to say of Julia, she took an L, but she really didn't because it wasn't clean. So we'll see where we go with this. The street fight, it was a good match. Like they said, brothers, friends, we all hit harder. This was a good match. We kind of knew Zach was going to collect that L because he picked up the dub at No Mercy. So it's going to be interesting to see where we go with this. Like, I would have thought maybe Trey Miguel would have maybe showed up, but it still Wesley could have been like, hey, I had to take on two guys, and I still picked up that dub. And now I could shed that dead weight of my brothers. They can go back to TNA and be TNA wrestlers while I'm a WWE NXT superstar. But hey, he was able to get maybe some closure. I don't know. We got Bound for Glory coming up for TNA. I can see them maybe pushing this a little bit more. I don't know. And maybe it's done. Maybe it's done. I don't know. It's a good street fight match. Both these guys can go. And NXT, first 2 matches, they weren't bad. It was a good opening up for their debut on the CW network outside of the horribly placed commercial breaks.
Yeah, Cesar, this CW premiere episode, it felt like a premium live event. This was incredible. The crowd was hot the whole night. This was exciting, and they kicked it off with the NXT Women's Championship and then the street fight. What'd you think?
Yeah. Definitely big fight feel. Every time they get not to say we don't like the NXT arena, but every time they go to an arena with NXT, I feel like the crowd is like pure wrestling fan. You know, you can be a semi fan going to Raw or SmackDown, AEW, Donna Trash, Collision Trash. But the people that go to the PLEs, the people that fill out the arenas, man, those are the hardcore wrestling fans. They're going to be hot.
Chicago's a good town too. Chicago's a good.
Chicago's, yeah, it's a wrestling town. It's a wrestling town, and they knew CM Trash was in the building, ready to referee at the end of the night. Don't ever do that again, Sticks, unless you're talking about Wolverine. So anyway, yeah, I said it, bitch. I said Wolverine. So anyway, yeah, Julia came out a fucking star. She's a made star. Like half the people in probably NXT know, because like I said, they're hardcore wrestling fans like us. They've looked her up. They didn't watch some YouTube matches. I think I've even sent Sangria some TikTok clips of old Julia when she was beating the dog shit out of women in Japan. I don't know what it is about Japan, but they don't care. They're like, when you hit a finisher, you need to knock that nigga out for 3 seconds. Otherwise, the match just keeps going. So there's definitely some CTE over there. Antonio Brown, what's up, nigga? That's why they eating dogs and cats and shark fin shit and getting COVID, nigga. I said it again.
All their faces are flat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And the eyes are slanted, man. They just can't open no further. You know what I'm saying? Niggas been getting knocked out. Yeah, man. Yeah, Okada was slanging them fucking rainmakers. Them shits was brain shakers, nigga. That's why them niggas retarded now. Yeah. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, the finish, it was just like, yeah, Julia had gotten out of the submission, I think, again, and that's when Roxanne went to get the title, got back in the ring. The ref was distracted. Yeah, hit the pop rocks. She already hit the pop rocks once, but she did something else, like another signature, I think, and Julia rolled out. And that's when yeah, bitch was just hooded with the hood, like it looked like somebody pulled the string so tight, so you could only see like this bit. Yeah. And then yeah, old ran down there, hit the bitch with the double armed, rolled her crack ass back in. And then like it was just like, because like Roxanne literally just finished. So she hit her with the pop rocks, pinned her, and then she was like she was standing there with her arm up, not even with the title, but with her arm up. And Cora Jade was walking back, and then that's when she opened it. And that's literally when Roxanne turned and saw that it was Cora Jade. Them titties. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Them new played there. She took the Charlotte route. Ain't nobody mad at that. I mean, Cora Jade was already, pretty good looking, but now she got them big old bitties. I mean, she definitely gonna pop 2 or 3 of them things over her career. It just is. It is what it is. And then they had a little backstage segment later, if we want to talk about. But yeah. I mean, I just had a feeling, man, that like I think it's just like I said, if Julia wouldn't have broken her hand and she would have been there the whole time leading up to this moment, if she'd have been there for like what, 5 weeks, 4 weeks, maybe 6 weeks or so that she wasn't there, that would have been like 6 or 7 wins. I would have seen them, yeah, have the new title, give her the strap, I think it would have been a way tougher call than literally her second match. But like I said, she wasn't in. Mangry, I think she's buried already. 2 matches in that she's 6 feet deep.
I think you're hanging out with white people too much, because you said literally like 6 times already. I'm like,
I've been drinking.
Quit saying literally.
Well, literally, I've been drinking.
God.
Yeah.
Well, it's like me with saying you or typing your boys.
The boy.
So it's like your boys are here. 2/3 of your boys have been drinking on a Monday night.
Yeah. So yeah. So that's what happened. She couldn't win clean, but she won. She got the job done. had her little post on Instagram with CM Trash. He said the thing. Everybody beated their meat. And then, next match, which is good.
Wait. Before we move on, so after I seen this, I don't think she was buried, but I might be able to see the writing on the wall. I don't know. We're wrestling fans. I'm thinking now Stephanie will get her shot, face Roxanne. It has a shit finish as well.
Yes, of course.
Stephanie eats a pin, and then we're gonna see the tag of
Oh yeah, Big Titty Cora
Roxanne
Jade.
and
Yeah.
Cora Jade versus Stephanie and Julia. That's where I think the immediate direction is gonna
And
be.
then
At the end of that, we get the fucking debut. Then we like Delta finally walks her ass down that interstate, and she walks her ass back
Delta's
there.
not coming out till they at least have the triple threat. And then Stephanie or Julia wins, finally dethrones Roxanne. Then Delta brings her ass down after that, talking about I got next. And then Stephanie or Julia, whoever doesn't win, it's gonna be like, you gotta get to me first because I got a rematch. And then them bitches gonna start a feud. And then Cora's gonna be like, nah, Roxanne lost. It's my time. So I'm fighting this bitch next. And Roxanne's gonna be like, bitch, I get my rematch. So we have another triple threat while the other two bitches fight and work all that shit out. And then it's 6 bitches in a ladder match at whatever the fuck they do at WrestleMania. Stand and deliver all 6 of them hoes in a ladder match, and somebody gonna get fucked up.
I like it.
I like it.
Street fight.
Yeah. Huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then the street fight. I thought the street fight was good. I don't know how that nigga skipped off that fucking table though. He came in at like the wrong angle.
Gnarly as fuck.
Yeah. I guess that's what happens when you come in at the wrong angle. Diddy gets arrested, so the baby oil budget went back up to make them all, good looking and muscle defined. That's what happens, man. You ain't seen that baby oil in like 3 weeks because Diddy was buying it out. Then, nigga went too crazy. And then you got baby oil and sweat. That's oil and water. That shit don't mix. It just gets you extra slippery, And then like a rock on a pond at the right angle, baby. Just skip that fucking table, baby. Where'd they get the Home Depot fucking college beer pong big ass sheet of plywood from? Who was just leaving the plywood? Were they out of tables? And somebody was like, damn, man, executive decision. Master Michaels must be getting head. He ain't answering. Fuck it. I'm just going to get this 20 by 20 plywood and put that shit under the ring. Wes was like, this cheap nigga couldn't even get us like 4 tables. I got to use this plywood. Fuck it. I'm grabbing the plywood. I think the fans were excited for the plywood just because they were like, fuck it, man. We ain't seen no plywood in a minute. Somebody going to get a real ass splinter up their ass. And they was just like, fuck it. Put it out there. The Meteor with the chain while that cracker was sitting in the chair. Nothing seen before, but still, good shit. It reversed the UFO RKO, right? The UFO, what the fuck is it called? UFO cutter. Yeah, the UFO cutter. Because they just know each other's moves too well. It was really good. No, I thought it was really good. They got the reversals in on the wrestling part. They upped it with the street fight and the outside of the ring part. Innovative finish that didn't really take a finisher, but a signature move with some extra shit in it. Added issue because Cracker was on a chair, so the back hitting the back of the chair, the neck getting choked with the chain, giving West the dub. Because motherfucker got it in earlier. So which only means if they did want to cook up another one, like Stick said, Bound for Glory. Because they have fought twice in WWE, have not fought in TNA. And that's where it would get real interesting. Like, does West get the win to help promote the heel West and give him the overall win, give him the ego to take back to NXT with? Does he lose? Does Trey get involved?
Yeah, that's what it is. The next match, Trey will get involved.
Will get involved. Hell, shit. Maybe he takes another nigga. Maybe it's just Wes and Trey. Maybe they get that cooking.
Yep.
I don't know, but either way, could be good. Maybe Wes makes a friend or something. I don't know. Hires a nigga and they fight tag match. I don't know who it would be, but all that shit could happen. All great shit.
Briefly with Miz TV, it was Oba and Tony D out there. The crowd just kept saying what? I was like, oh, this is ruined. I think they just did this for the video package for tomorrow. They're gonna play this before the match, them talking. That's all it was for. There was nothing significant really. It was at this point they replayed the end to the Roxanne match, showing a mystery woman helping Roxanne. Cora Jade has returned, and the first thought that popped in my head was, this is exactly what fucking Cesar said last week. uh Bootylicious is what I'm deeming them versus the Fatal Influence. Kalani joins commentary. Shit, commercial break out of nowhere. I don't like this CW shit. Wow, they come back from commercial. Lola and Jada were arguing, then they took another break immediately. Still got to see some great jiggling though. Unfortunate miscommunications led to Jada leaving Lola, allowing the numbers game to defeat poor Lola. They talk shit to Kalani after. Kalani has backup. Bianca and Jade come out to a huge pop and they clean house, and Book is pissed. Cesar. Yeah, what'd you think of that? Bootylicious versus the Fatal Influence.
Yeah, gentlemen, grab your plates, your forks, your knives, your favorite drinks. It's time for us to go sit down at the butt meat buffet. Oh my God, you had Bootylicious. You had Fatal Bitches. You had, I mean, Kaylani got low one. I mean, she got low one, but it's still there. It's still there. But then you had Bianca and Jade to come back out. Oh my God. So much butt, so little time. You could collectively hear probably 4,000 balls drop in that arena when these bitches was out there wrestling. There was some kids who were probably playing with wrestling action figures and was like, I don't like these no more. I like ass. And I was like, salute to you, sir. You are now.
Cesar saw a spike in crumb catchers going online.
Yeah. Somehow, like some little kids got their mom's credit card in that arena and just kept buying silk socks. Amazon sales price and silk socks went up 38% in the city of Chicago in one night. I mean, niggas was buying 24 packs. They was fitting the beat skeet. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
yeah,
I can't blame you.
NXT could have been nice and could have waited for like the middle of Prime days, so that way these people could have got like a little bit of a discount. But no, they were like, "Fuck that shit."
Yeah, and NXT stood for Nuttin Xtra tall socks. That's what that shit stood for that night, because it was the butt meat buffet for all them young boys hitting the puberty in that Chicago stadium that night. By the way, the match was cooking. You know, Lola and Miss Parker just could not get along, but they was whooping ass. I think there was commercials, but you know, the YouTube TV got the picture in picture. So wait, you didn't see picture in picture, Sangria? It was just like all commercial?
No, it did like Book and Vic were talking and went straight to like fucking Wingstop. And then it came back and it showed fucking Lola and Jada yelling at each other. Commercial break, Pizza Hut, and then it came back to what I said at the end.
Man, you gotta get that YouTube TV, Sangria.
You gotta get the Sling TV
get
back,
that YouTube TV.
Yeah, because they definitely warned every commercial during the show, and it was all picture in picture.
Jeez.
Yeah, you need to get off that end. The rabbit ears damn fucked you up.
West Coast speed, man.
That
West Coast Sling has slung you around long enough, man. You gotta get that YouTube TV.
My man said he went old school style because he was not missing it and got raw dog, man.
Well, fuck, if that's the truth, he would have had Mrs. Sangria up on the fucking roof with a goddamn metal antenna in the middle of a lightning storm, be like, hold it. Oh, we're good there.
This nigga stinks ready to get somebody.
I can see a butt cheek. Hold.
Yeah. So no, it was a pretty good match. Lola, it was a point Lola came in to save Jada, and Jada thought she was gonna hit her, but she was like, no, I'm kicking that bitch. You see her on the ground. And then they did the bump. You probably saw that where they did the bump Lola into Jade, and then that's why Jada walked off. Okay,
Oh yeah,
well,
yeah. She was on the
yeah,
apron.
yeah.
Yeah.
She was on the apron, distracted by Jasmine Nix, and then Fallon pushed Lola into Jada, and then Jada walked off. Then yeah, like you said, numbers game, caught up, hit the bitch with the high low, and she got to go. And then yeah, Kaylani was talking that shit. Book was talking that shit. Hey, hey, is this your plan B? This your plan B? And then she was like, no, nigga, I eat omelets at Mello's house in the morning, but I do got some backup. And then yeah, she got in the ring with all them. They clean house, and then Book had to put his dick away because he thought the white women were gonna whoop up on some darkies. And Dr. Umar sent him a text like, "Put that dick away, you fuck shit, nigga." And then he was like, "Blackies." And then so that happened. Book's coalition pass is under review. He's been liking too many white people shit. That's just news I'm spreading with y'all because I bring y'all the news. I bring y'all news. I do what I can for the people. Books coalition passes. It's not all the way gone. It's under review because he do like him some trick, and he did give us one of the best intros with his ad libs, faux trick. He still likes Mello. We know. But Book been liking like a little bit too much white people shit. Especially trying to tell Kaylani about checks and championships when the bitch has a championship. So that I'm just saying he's not supporting black women. All I'm saying is under review. It is a 3-week process because niggas never show up on time, and so the first week is kind of a wash. The second week, like 60% show up, but by the third week, everybody's usually there. Because I'm gonna lie and say people are cooking. People will not be cooking, and then therefore all them dumb niggas show up, and we will pass the Henny and talk about it, and I will let y'all know.
So Sticks, every great tag team has a great origin story. So let's just hope that this is their origin story. They need to work out the bumps, the kinks to eventually become a great tag team. But what did you think of Bootylicious versus the Fatal Influence?
I thought it was a good match. We saw a backstage segment. There was some friction backstage. Kalani was like, okay, good thing I have like a plan B. Like Cesar said, it had to be a good plan B because she eating omelets every morning at Mello's house. So I mean, but you knew there was gonna be some friction. There was probably gonna be a spot in the match. They had Kalani on commentary. We didn't know which two members, but I mean we kind of knew. I mean, we knew, but we didn't know. And it was the two members we thought it was going to be the more polished ring women of the Fatal Influence. Jasmine Mink's out there. She gonna do what she does. She gonna get that crowd hyped up. She wear them super tight outfits. That's gonna get the crumb catchers activated. And Jada, Miss Paka, and Lola, they had some good chemistry. But like you said, Lola went in there to save her. Maybe Miss Pocket will see that when she watches the tape back. If she does, if she doesn't, it is what it is. She got a lot of things going on. Like you said, all good tag teams in the beginning, they have a spot where there's some friction. They end up fighting it out, and then they find out, hey, I'm cool with you. You're cool with me. We both can beat the shit out of each other. Let's go for some tag team championships. So maybe we'll get the team Bootylicious going. I mean, we all hope so. I mean, that'd be the second greatest team that God would have put together to help save the world outside the ABC. So Kalani's on commentary. She catching shrapnel from Book, like Cesar said. Book's under investigation. 30 to 60 days. From what I understood, 30 to 60-day process of going over paperwork. I'm going reviewing tape, all that stuff. So we're gonna wait for Cesar to come back with us with the results. Hopefully all good things happen. Hopefully Book doesn't lose it. I mean, Book is a vital.
I mean, he's got a good standing because he is dark as fuck. So him being 100% field nigga is a good start with the right lawyer. If Johnny Cochran was alive, this would be an open and shut case. Okay, this would be an open and shut case.
I just hope that the coalition will review all the great things that he has done.
Yeah.
Done for everybody because he has brought a lot. He's gone through a lot to get his coalition passed. So I hope that he just gets maybe a little bit of a slap on the wrist, be like, hey,
Yeah. I'm telling you though, if he act wrong with Sexy Red and get put on his couch from Korean Charmel, this shit might get thrown out. This case might get thrown out.
Next week might be whatever he does next week might show you what happens after the coalition review process. That might be the make or break of it. But anyway, I digress. Back to the match. Yeah, we had disagreement. Miss Paca, hopefully when she goes back, she watched the tape. She sees Lola had my back. I might have acted out. I might have acted a fool, as what I hear in some songs. So I'm assuming that's what it might have happened. I don't know. I'm too pale enough to be able to understand that stuff, and I might have been too pale enough to say that, but I digress. Which left Lola on her own. Fatal Influence will pick up that dub, and Book is on mic saying like, "This was your plan B," and Kalani's like, "No, fool. I always had a plan B. Do you not know who I go home to? Do you not know? I go home to Mello, and Mello don't miss. Mello, when he was with Trick, he had his security team, and that security team, them boys were stacked. So what'd she do? She made a call up to the main roster. She got two of the stackedest, strongest, fastest women you could get from that main roster. And she got the women's tag team. She got Bianca and Miss Jade. She was able to get them. So now let's see, because you can see Fatal Influence. They're like, oh shit, this woman actually had a plan B. And she actually went through with it. So let's see how this goes. Lonnie's out there. I mean, not only is she putting on good performances in the ring, but she's using that brain, man. She's using that brain. So not a bad call from Miss Lonnie.
So after a tiny peek of Delta heading down the road to NXT, we had the main event for the NXT Championship. It was Ethan Page, All Ego, versus Trick Willie. Of course, CM Punk comes out to a huge pop. They're in Chicago. He's a special ref. Trick has for sure polished his in-ring skills. Ego is the perfect heel. CM Punk, he's there too. Ego's edge through the table fucks up the audio. Book losing his mind that Punk isn't counting Trick out of the ring. Ego hits the GTS. Trick eventually hits the Trick knee to become NXT champion once again. During his celebration, Punk definitely had to make everything about himself, and he hits the GTS on All Ego. Again, I understand why it was the main event, but I personally would have swapped the first and last matches.
Correct.
But what did you think of the main event, Sticks?
I thought it was an okay match. I mean, like I said last week, we all saw the writing on the wall. I'm glad with what they've done with Ego. Like 40 days of being in NXT, he became champion. He was able to carry that championship to get us to this, where we all knew going in to the new CW era, they wanted to have Trick be the champion. Like he was going to be the guy that wins the championship first show and then carry the ball during this till whenever they want to call him up. Having CM Punk, they're in Chicago, so yeah, you want to have something that got the crowd going. They did. It makes you kind of wonder, because I think maybe your Sling TV might have cut out. He was going for an Ego's edge. Trick was still he was still semi-dazed, was able to get off the Ego's edge, and CM Punk caught him and was able to kind of help him get out of the way of Ego going, I think, for a knee into the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And allowed Trick to hit the Trick knee. And then, like you said, firework, the celebration went off. Then CM Punk was like, yeah, screw you. Hit the GTS on him, because he hit a better GTS than what CM Punk has done in the last 10, 15 years of his wrestling career. So
it's because he didn't have to wrestle, so he wasn't tired.
So it'll be interesting to see where we do with this. I mean, Ego's obviously going to come out next week and talk about how CM Punk. I mean, I don't know if you guys noticed, there was a little bit of a difference in count with Punk for Trick to Punk with Ego. Like with Punk's, I mean, it was a little bit more with Tricks. It was a little bit more fluid. Where kind of like with Egos, there was like a little bit of like a 1 and then like a hitch, then 2. That might just be me because I am an all Ego fan. I could just be, but maybe they might set something up now that Punk's schedule is a little bit free after Bad Blood. Maybe Punk comes down because he's friends with a lot of the NXT women talent. Loves
You haven't watched Raw yet, have you?
No, I haven't yet.
Okay,
no.
all right.
Yeah,
So,
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Well, I mean,
yeah, that might just totally mess things up. But I mean, we don't know what Ego's gonna do. He's gonna come out on Mondays or Tuesday to talk about how CM Punk.
So technically, he did that tonight on Raw.
I wasn't gonna say anything, Sticks. I wasn't gonna say anything.
Well, he would have figured it out because for some reason Raw and NXT are in St. Louis.
Well,
so he showed up. He showed up in the show tonight.
Well, plus we have talked about Ethan Page's NXT run might not be very long because I think it was more of a tryout thing to see how he does with WWE, like just the WWE platform, and he's done really well.
Yeah.
So now they can be like, hey, he's ready to go. Like we talked about, 18, 20 years in wrestling. We just need to have him come in, see how he can adapt to WWE's wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And that this run that he's at NXT might be good enough to just be like, okay, you won. Now you lost. You were able to carry us to the CW, which call you up. Yeah. And I think they had saw that. So maybe now they could be like, well, we can throw him in and CM Punk. This is already pre-packaged, ready to go. Like CM Punk came down, did all the stuff. He did his things during the match. So maybe we can now, on his call-up, we can throw him in of CM Punk. With that being said, it was a good match. Was it main event worthy? No. Like you had said, the women's match, plus with the surprise, would have been better to have in the main event. You could have had that, but I mean, we know why. Because of the special guest referee, the pop that you were going to get from the Chicago crowd. So you're going to have that in the main event instead of just getting that all over with, because then you'd have internet trolls being like, well, I think the whole card after the opening match of CM Punk wasn't great. Why'd they waste having CM Punk open the card? He should have main event. CM Punk is not a fucking main eventer. Go back and watch Bad Blood. Motherfucker opened up Bad Blood with Drew McIntyre. So as long as he's still on the card, he's still good enough to have on there. You got the pop, and then it would have been a good platform to launch NXT on CW. But it is what it is.
Cesar, the proof is in the pudding. The ratings came out, and NXT did the best ratings they've done since October of 2023. But the peak of the ratings was during the Julia match.
Of course.
That's the proof right there that they should have swapped. But I digress. Cesar, what did you think of the main event?
So that's if you want to say, do the ratings really matter? Because I don't know if you saw the ratings for Bad Blood. The Hell in a Cell match is technically the highest rated match of 2024 in WWE programming.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to both of y'all.
Oh, I know what you mean.
No, just because you mentioned ratings. I
mean TV ratings. I know what you mean though, but the star ratings, like it was the quality.
The quality. But obviously, if we're talking about ratings, that women's match for quality was better than the main event. I wouldn't have been mad if you'd have showcased the women. NXT loves to showcase that they have the best women's division out of any company, and that is a fact. They do. A couple of takes I take away. Well, I'll talk about them. Let me talk about the match first. The match wasn't better than the women's match, but for Ego and Trick, with the extra bit in there, and no, I'm agree with you, Sticks, but I think it was done in the right way. Because remember when like Ego did something, and then he went to pin Trick, and CM Punk was like out of position, and he had to move. He only got a 1. But then Trick like turned around and instantly rolled up Ego because he was arguing with Punk, and Punk was already in position, and he got a 2. So that's going to set Ego off. But that's playing into the character, I want to say, because this was at the beginning of the match. when they're the freshest, when they can pop up quicker, react to stuff quicker, not worry about what's coming down the line. Me personally, I think Trick is in that spot where he can have a good match if he's wrestling with somebody that knows what they're doing. Which is why I think that four-way was still good, because I mean Bouncy, he knows what he's doing according to him. Sean Spears, a veteran who teaches wrestling, he's good to go. Ego, yeah, 18-year veteran. If an 18-year veteran can't have a good match, what the fuck are you doing there? The fuck are you doing there? So I think Trick can still get away with having great matches and learn. I like the way he kind of shouted out Pete Dunne in that promo. He's like, yeah, I gotta do what he said. I gotta figure it out. I gotta control this. I gotta control that. Which they're gonna help him do before they call him up. I'm still not over the fact that we could get the North reunion in NXT. I know that Josh Alexander is doing a new program with some flunkies, but I mean, it's NXT and A, man. We could still get the North. They could be the guys to beat Fraxium, which would cook, which they could have great matches with the tag team guys. A lot of I mean, besides the OC, I mean, like, what do you got? You got Fraxium, you got Chase U, you got Hank and Tank, you got two sets of niggas. They're all kind of new to TV. I don't know how long these brothers been wrestling, wherever they've been wrestling.
Technically 3.
Who's the other set of niggas?
OG.
Oh shit. Yeah, the real niggas. The OG niggas. Yeah, the slaves fresh off the farm. My boys. Where they been, man? Get them back on. Yeah, man, they got them on the farm again, man.
No,
They got
Vince, the hard R's are perfect CW television.
perfect CW television. Yeah. All the guys are still new. So to have like guys like the North be the tag team champs and get a run out of like all these motherfuckers until they decide where they want to go next, would one show Josh Alexander's flunkies like this is what tag team wrestling is? So he's technically showing them by leading by example. Both him and Ego are heels, so they can redo that. It gives Ego more time down there. Because for me, if I was running, but it's just me, just some drunk nigga on the side of a camera. Oh man, I would have the North run through NXT, and then I would probably send them to SmackDown and start a feud with the fucking Motor City Machine Guns. Because they're definitely, I think they're going to SmackDown. I think we saw there was a logo with some Detroit shit. Just to get 2 new teams of 4 seasoned vets to put on some NXT TNA type caliber bangers on free TV on fucking SmackDown, kind of like what they're doing with Mello and Andrade, just putting on these free bangers. Yeah, I would definitely do some shit like that if I was going to call up, either one of those guys. But yeah, I mean, if they want to send Ego up, I mean, I don't.
Did you like the main event?
I liked it, but yeah, I didn't like it as much as the first match. I thought it was good. I mean, Trick's finishes are always just out of nowhere.
Well, even the callback to the way Ego won the championship,
yeah,
was great too.
Yeah, because Trick always just slaps that Trick knee. I guess like that the Trick knee is fine, but it's all, I don't know, for it to be an out of nowhere move, it doesn't get me like an out of nowhere move. You know what I mean? Like I'm always just like, oh, okay, this is a Trick knee. This is over. But it's like I guess I just want more of a wow factor for the finish. Like, I don't know, because it's weird, because love me some Mad Dragon. And that cracker takes forever to set up that fucking tornado headbutt. But still every time he slaps it, it's I guess for it to be such an impactful move, I don't feel really any intensity when he hits it. Like if that shit looked like a fucking claymore or a clothesline from hell or a Farouk spinebuster type of bow, I'd be like, God damn, Trick in his ass. And that's it'd probably get that up out me. But I'd just be like, Trick knee, all right, 1, 2, 3, let's go home. It's been about 20 minutes. Yeah, come on, nigga. He ain't kicked out of that one. Let's go home. Get the dub, which I'm still fine with. It just doesn't give me, I guess, the intensity that I want out of like that move. Like, that when Kyrie snaps that fucking elbow off the top rope. Yeah, she's climbing up, she's snapping it, but it just looks nasty every time. She like when Finn Balor hits that coup de grace. Yeah.
Dragunov, Drew McIntyre, Kyrie Sane, they got the pump and circumstance to make their moves more intense, to build up the intent, like the anticipation of this devastating blow, whereas Trick just lifts his knee and boom, that's it.
I think it's because he just lifts his knee because he's so tall.
Yeah.
But I think if he pumped it, like he
put
got
his-
that
he
left.
pulled, he pulled his knee pad down, then
like it because and he hiked his left knee up really high and then just snapped the right. I think I'd be like, God damn, you tall bitch, you can't be throwing knees like that. I think it would snap something else. It would give something else to the move. Like, I don't think he has the wrong move. I think he just needs to perfect it.
Yeah.
Because like you said, Drew's a tall guy. So when he snaps that Claymore, it's like, oh, he's kicking with his legs, his most powerful asset that he has. He's got big, thick legs. So kicking you in the face is going to knock your bitch ass out. Or at least it should. So yeah, that's where I see that.
And then tomorrow night or tonight, as you're listening to this, we're going to have it in St. Louis, Randy Orton versus Bouncy, the Bouncy one. And we're possibly going to see Jada and Lola go one-on-one. It's going to be good. It's going to be a great show. As always, ladies and gentlemen, or gentlemen, let's be honest, APPW, I'm still working hard on that stuff. Check out all episodes of the Tripod here on Mangria Field YouTube page. The Steel Roll After Party will return again this week to talk some bad blood. So drop your questions in the hashtags and all that good shit on Zenka's Steel Roll After Party page on Instagram. But until then, we do what we do best here on the Tripod, and we give that big ups to Stallion Pete.